Y'all crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Now we need to go here.
And that's where we'll watch it, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, notification, that's probably it. Yes. No. Yeah. No, this one.
Well, that's it.
No. It's going to send us the right one.
The picture's upside down, which is hilarious. But
No, this one. There you go, we're live.
Okay.
That's alright. Here we go.
Okay, everybody. Say hello. I guess we'll get started here. We're back. I'm gonna edit that part out so the video I'll fix that later. But anyways, guys, PRG pickups for Saturday, and we want to show you guys a couple cool things. Let's get started. So here is something cool I got. So one of my favorite NES games is actually Rainbow Islands, and I saw the game in box complete, and they sold it to me for $30, which is like close to what the cart goes for. So this is the true sequel to Bubble Bobble, and everything's complete in a nice clear package, like the plastic to protect it and everything. So if you haven't played Rainbow Islands, guys, it's definitely I like it over Bubble Bobble. It's one of my favorite games. So if you see it and you're interested in it, definitely check it out. I also got Nemesis. The guy actually knocked $10 off for me, so I was happy about that.
You disabled the chat?
Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't disable nothing.
That's why I can't see the chat, and this is a live stream.
Oh Lord! It says they're typing in there, but let's see here. Let's try to wait. There's two different ones.
Okay, click on that one. Only one watching. No chat there. I'm telling you, man. No, this was an older one.
There it is. That was the older one. There's a pop-up that I left open. My bad. So there you go.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to pop out again, so they're showing your thing, then we could do that too. Boom. There you go. Is anybody in the chat right now? There's 23 people in here.
Can people type in the chat just to make sure that we see this thing working?
They're saying hi.
Okay.
But this chat seems like it's disabled. Like it's not telling. It's trying to connect the chat, but I don't know.
Is that the same one?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saying, yo, that was confusing. Sorry about that. Buongiorno. All right, cool.
Cool. So
we got Italians in the house.
Moving right along. You guys heard of the Gradius series?
Gradius.
Is it Gradius? Gradius?
I always call it Gradius.
Man.
I've never.
What do you think, John?
Same thing.
Okay. There's different ways to say it. Got Nemesis. This is a spin-off of those games. I believe it is.
We gotta take them out of the thing so we don't get that glare.
No, the greatest. This is a spin-off. No, dang it. It is Konami, right? Nemesis?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ultra was part of Konami, right?
Yeah, there was a second company so they could make more games and everything.
Because Nintendo used to put a limit on how many games you could make.
Yeah. So I got Nemesis complete in box for I believe for $10. So I'm happy about that. Show my buddy Ethan I got a Game Boy game finally. Make some room for that. And X, I did 2 already, man. So if you want to show some your stuff,
I will. So at this how do I say it? At this gaming expo, I probably bought 2 things just for me, but I hunted for a bunch of people. This is one of the things that I bought for me. A lot of people have been talking about this game. I've seen things on this game. It's one of Reggie's favorite games. Except this is the Game Boy Advance version, and it's the Japanese version of it as well. This is Mr. Driller 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good game. This is a very good game. Basically, you're drilling downwards. There's air you gotta get.
Well, the air so you can breathe, because the deeper you go, the harder it is to breathe. So you have to get oxygen to keep your oxygen bar full, and you have to try to avoid from being crushed, because as you're digging, the stuff will fall on you and smash you. So you have to kind of move around. It's very fun. It's like a spin-off of Dig Dug in a way. Kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a really good game. The game is full of like a lot of funny dialogue.
Is this 2 players?
I'm
starting to wonder that, because I'm seeing like 2 people in the back.
No, that's another character.
Second character.
I
Okay.
think you could play with him, or you have to go against him.
Is it the same Drill Dozer? Is that related to it?
No, not that one. They're not related.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Drill Dozer is different, but Drill Dozer is dope.
Drill Dozer is awesome.
Drill Dozer is dope.
Yeah,
So that's one.
Drill Dozer is actually made by the people who made Pokemon.
Lots of drilling going on though.
Yeah.
The next thing I got that was for me, which I didn't expect to get this version, but I wanted it really bad, is this. This is Metroid Fusion, the not for sale tag that's on top of it. And the not for sale tag is like super huge. And on the back, it even says, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to get it lined up for you guys. Let me move the camera over. Oh god. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. X is being a dumbass. Let me move the camera. Like, oh my gosh, if we get this right, Reggie, I'm gonna be impressed with myself. There we go.
Yeah, that'll work.
Don't
There you
touch
go.
the screen.
Yeah. So now you can see it right there. This is the not for sale one. And I didn't expect to get this one. So I'm a big Metroid fan, and it was awesome that I picked this up. On the back it says refurbished product sold as is, manufacturer warranty. So I don't know if they put that on there, but I intend on taking that off once I do some research. But super, super sick. Very cheap too. Got it when I did VIP. And I got in there before everyone else. So there you go.
There you go. And also, I just found out that version of, well, Metroid Zero has the original game on there. So that's kind of cool. You can play the original on there. So
it is a remake, and once you finish the first part of the game, which takes about like 4 hours if you're good, you then learn about the Chozo. And Chozo are the people who made Samus's outfit. Or, I don't know, not outfit, like she's going out and clubbing and shit like that, but her suit, her various suit and all that stuff. So,
okay.
Alright, you next?
That sticker might be from Nintendo, though. I think they sent those out sometimes.
So
Okay.
Pico
research.
Interactive was there, and Jason had did a video for them a couple years ago, I remember, and they sent him a game called A World Reborn, and they had it here. And what World Reborn is, let me grab it right now. It is a shoot 'em up game for the Game Boy Advance, and I think this is an unreleased game, but they never released, but they got the rights for it, and then they released. I think that's what happened with it. I'm not sure if it's a really like a homebrew game or whatnot. But as you guys know, I like shoot 'em ups, and you know, I hear this is a good one. Jason was very impressed with it, and has like some RPG elements to it, so maybe some leveling up and all that. So happy to have this. I actually bought it from the guy that held all the world's record for Nintendo games, and like every game in the world. He was here selling stuff for somebody. I was like, hey, this guy looks familiar, but he's the guy that's like sitting there with all those games and like selling the whole collection and all that stuff. So yeah, I bought it from him, but happy to have it. And yeah, there you go. Also, somebody had Raw Danger for sale, and Raw Danger, as you guys may not know, is Disaster Report Part 2. They changed the name because Disaster Report didn't sell well, so they thought Raw Danger would be better, but it's not. It's actually dumb. I think Disaster Report is more interesting.
Yeah.
But he's come. They thought they were being clever or whatever.
I like
But
Disaster Report.
I was probably had it $8, and I just looked at it and said, "Well, are you firm on the price?" He said, "I'll do it for $5," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So here's a copy of Raw Danger. Steve can't even get in the door, man.
You got it?
Anyways, guys, but Raw Danger, those are my two. And Ben, do you want to get in here yet, or are you good?
Whatever. You guys done?
No, we just thought you might want to take a turn to show some stuff you got, but if you don't,
No.
yeah, show. Come on, yeah. Those,
Catching me off guard here.
anybody? So, let me read some comments too.
Hello.
Did you get Devil Kings for PS2? No, I didn't.
Is it going up?
It's light.
Is Devil King?
Do I remember the first video game I played?
I
I,
didn't
do
think
remember.
Devil Kings was ever expensive.
No, it's like $10.
Yeah.
I got Castle Shane Megami.
Did you? Oh, you think they're like cool?
Yeah, that was not looking so good. Okay. So I guess I'm looking at the top one. So I got a few things.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be good now.
I'm in a Zelda kick, so found Wind Waker HD, which is glaring,
Nice.
for 15.
Nice. Okay,
That was
cool.
good.
Wind Waker.
Forza Horizon was $1, so that's okay. Oh my gosh, there we go.
There you go. Oh, there you go. He
That's
tilted.
better, yeah.
All right, there you go. Cool, man.
Let's see. Lots of Atari stuff this time.
Yeah.
Not for me, but available at the show. Some of these are a little harder to find and worth a little bit more. I paid $1 a piece, so Montezuma's Revenge.
Nice. Okay.
Just titles you don't see too often. Worm War 1.
What?
which
Is that like
kinda
Play Like
cool.
Worms?
Wow.
It's kind of a shooter.
Oh yeah, I
a
can see it.
A bit of a shooter. Pitfall 2.
That's cool.
Kind of sought after a little bit, and then a
Okay.
few that I bought that are just commons that I was gonna get signed, but I failed to do that. So
And who are you gonna
Okay.
get him signed by?
I don't even know their names at this point.
Okay.
I had to look it up.
Cool, man.
I feel silly.
I'll get
Let's see, a couple of Wii demos just for fun.
Yep.
These guys here, those were cheap.
Demo discs?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Oh, you got a Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter 3.
No, Monster Hunter 3 demo disc. This is for the Wii, right?
Demo discs are really cool, man. You can see like a lot of the changes are some stuff they might have scrapped in the demo
Cool.
for games. So yeah, definitely cool, man.
I can't really crouch back here, guys.
No, oh you can.
There we go. I can kneel. I guess.
There you go, man.
All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
perfect.
Super Mario Kart for Super Famicom, and that was really cheap because it's cracked on the back. But
You got that for $3.
I remember it was funny. We cracked while we were picking it up too, which was
Yeah, it kind of
hilarious.
fell apart in my hand, so that's all right. Got a few more.
Oh, did you get that bag too?
No, I've had that.
Oh, okay.
Had that. Drill Dozer.
Is that the Japanese version or just a regular
Nope,
It's
it's
version?
English.
regular.
Interesting.
And this has a vibration pack in the top. That's
Oh,
how
that's why it's like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
so that was $2.
It's a really cool game, man. Have you ever played
No,
it?
I played the PS1 version of it.
No. That's it's not on PS1. It's exclusively on the Game Boy Advance.
What?
You're thinking of that other game, Mr. Driller.
Oh,
yeah.
Mr. Driller.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I like the Game Boy Advance games with the unique cases that have different gimmicks, vibration, or
Oh, you
Yeah.
picked that
well, it's
up?
actually vibration is all of them. This is just more of a better form factor. So
Well, one has gyroscopes like the Yoshi Tipsy Turby or whatever. Like you can
yep.
There you go.
Gyroscopic. That's right. Got Nintendo Power number 50, which is the Link's
Nice.
Awakening.
Yeah,
Title?
this is a pricey one now.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Is
was
it-
$5
Yeah.
because the guy kind of said they're all
On-
$5, so I found the one I
On
wanted.
eBay, this thing's going for like $45 right now.
Are you
Is it?
serious?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because when the Link's Awakening was
Yeah.
released, like
Yeah.
anything that had that on there was going big.
Yeah. And then I recently got a pretty well priced Vectrex, and it didn't have any overlays, so I got a Blitz overlay.
Nice.
I was wondering what you had there. I was like,
Yep.
did you get like some art?
So at least now I'll have a little color.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably just keep one. I got the multi-card for it, so not gonna go chasing games.
Isn't that cool how
down.
they had the different colors and it would just look way different, I guess.
Yeah. And then I guess the best thing so far. Oh.
Oh,
one
this
more
is
thing.
the best pick. To
One
me,
more thing
this
is I got
game-
Zelda Link's Awakening.
There you go.
So I'm actually loading up on Zelda this time. That's fine. But I got a pack of these two broken Game Boy Advance micros, and I've owned these before, and I've sold them, to people in our Facebook group, which is Seattle Retro Gamers. If you're in Seattle, please feel free to join. And I sold one for $60 a couple of years ago, and I thought, oh, that was a little low, but at the time that was kind of a good price, but not anything great. Now that's actually a really good price. I got these two broken ones for $10 for the pair.
Yep.
And I was surprised at that, and I was grateful for that. And I thought, at least the parts are worth something. I'll just sit on them. And all it took was switching the battery out from the one that wasn't booting to the one with the broken screen. And now we have...
Put in.
Oh, yeah, we put it in. Well, obviously, it'll hopefully turn on, right? There we
Boom.
go.
Yeah.
And it's working just fine.
This is why I tell you guys, go to those broken bins.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's just a screwdriver that all you need.
And this wasn't even in a bin. It was in a case. And
Well, the guys can see it better.
yeah,
There you go,
it's just too bright. But
There
we
you
go.
go.
There you
Yep,
go.
That's working good. So at least I got one working one. I need a charger, and then I got one that needs a screen and a battery and a charger. So not too much more money. We'll have two of them that are working. So that's good.
That's
Cool,
good.
man.
That's my
that's it.
favorite. That's my favorite
Yes,
pickup
pick up. Yeah.
out of the con
That's almost it.
because I've seen them here for like 100, 110.
Oh, here's less impressive, but that was a broken one for $5, which I'm just gonna recase and put a new screen in.
Boom.
And so that's a good base for when it does turn on. And then of course, a few of us ended up with the ever popular.
Man, Ben just flexing on everyone
Sorry.
right now. Can I see
Very
your-
grateful to the information that's out there. I think people need to be less crazy about information being exclusive. And once it's out there, go get it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're there, go get it. If you're not, okay,
Crawling
maybe
in.
the next one. So this was cool. Reggie let me know about it.
Mm-hmm.
A few of us picked it up because we were there in time to get it.
I think
So that was cool.
I think some of us knew about it the night before. The night before.
Yeah, that's
last
when
night.
I found out about it.
Yeah, we're
Right.
like, okay.
Like, okay, opportunities there. Opportunity strikes at odd times for different things, and if not this time, just wait. It'll happen.
I like that.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's... Oh, and I got a bunch of Legos. Sometimes these people bring toys.
Yeah.
And these are not toy guys typically, so they're just like, these are the toys I don't want to have to take home. So I got a Lego Harry Potter sets for $10, $5, bunch of Simpsons Lego Simpsons
wow.
Lego guys.
Oh, you picked those up too? Nice.
Yeah, I went back. And then, what else? Oh, last thing. Look at trade values for GameStop. Because GameStop accessories for like Wii and stuff
Yeah.
go for quite a bit of money, at least enough that it's worth your time to throw it in your car and then bring it all in at once. So I pick up the sensor bars whenever I can. Because they trade those in for $7 for trade credit. At least if you have the Super Duper Pro account.
Right.
Still.
Yeah.
But it's still like $6. So I got 2 for $5. So okay, that's $2.50, and I'll get $7 credit, and that's $10 off a game.
And those things are pretty easy to find.
And I'll eventually spend money at GameStop on something.
Yeah.
So that's just free money. So
They have them in junk bins here all the time.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
easy to find them for $1. These are a little more, but that's not too bad. So
Definitely worth turning over. Okay, cool.
yeah, I think that's everything I got. So
Awesome, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. So I think it was your turn.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, go for it.
oh, I got one more thing I want to share.
Oh, go
All
for
right.
it.
It's an interesting place if you don't. I imagine a lot of these people have gone to these conventions, but people wandering around just
Can I
handing
guess what
things
that,
out.
Can I guess what that is?
Didn't I show you already?
No.
Do you know what it is?
I want to say it's dice.
I thought so at first.
Okay.
But somebody came up to me and saw my shirt, and this is just a Target shirt. There were like 8 guys at this thing wearing the same shirt, but I like the shirt. And somebody said, "You dropped your rubies," and they hand me this bag, and it's these 3D printed rubies.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like the
rupees from Zelda.
The rubies
Yeah.
from Zelda. Oh.
I was in the middle of talking to somebody. I was like, "Oh, thanks."
This is cool. Oh, this is so cool.
So it was just this friendly little thing somebody was doing, probably handing these out to people with Zelda shirts on. So that was kind of cool.
I know a spicy little
Yeah,
Italian
rupees,
in the
exactly.
chat right now that is flipping out. See right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
she's flipping out.
Yeah.
Dude.
Theater K, yeah.
So it fits
Oh,
the theme.
dude, this is awesome.
I keep thinking of that sound effect when you grab a rupee now. Like, man, that's tight,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it fits the theme. So
That's super cool.
anyway, you guys get back to it.
All right, bro.
That was dope.
That was.
Yeah.
Super surprised. Here you go, man. Why don't you go? You go first.
You want me to go ahead? Okay,
yeah.
no problem.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Make sure this is here. Okay. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, snap. We got to go with these.
Box.
So here's a crazy thing, man. You guys are probably laughing at me. But I'll tell you about the second part later. But anyways, I picked up Chess Master to represent for PS1, another long box PS1 game. I didn't have this. Got it. He gave me like $2 off for it. Like he said, sold me for $8. But this guy on the cover here, a lot of people wanted to know who he was. If you don't know who he is actually Old Man Pine from Back to the Future. When Marty goes back to the future first time and he ends up in that barn, he plays that character Old Man Pine, and that's him. Now he's passed away and everything, but but yeah, this is a cool little remembrance of him, the Chess Master 3D. So rest in peace, brother. And I also got this thing is hard to find, but I got this for $20. This is a Super Retron Advance adapter. And basically what this is, like, you can play Game Boy Advance games on your Super Nintendo. So these are extremely hard to find. They seem like they pulled them off the market. They don't make them anymore. But it's a cool way to play your Game Boy Advance games with the Super Nintendo controller. So I got that. But here's the funny thing. So I was going to another booth, and the guy had a Super Game Boy Part 2, which is actually really cool. It's way better than the first model. You can actually link the 2-player link cable with it, which is a feature was missing from the first one. And I didn't pick it up because I got that thing and I kind of passed on it. And he had 4 of them, and he held one for me. And the 3 he had, were obviously they were selling. People were picking them up.
Okay.
Oh yeah. He honored it and held it for me. And I said, "Thanks, man. I'll get the other game. You go ahead and sell it." So he sold it. But I just feel like I shouldn't have got it. Since I got this, I feel like I shouldn't get that because I don't know if I was really going to use it. So
I feel you.
So
me, I would have used it.
I get it where it's
would you?
Yeah. In my place, I have a setup where I purposely have 2 CRTs together so you can play Time Crisis like with your friends through the PS2, and that's why I have it like that. So yeah,
you gotta let that, man. But those are the 2 I'm gonna show for right now. Do you want to?
I'll go next. So things that I've learned from Reggie a lot is piecing together parts of your collection. Meaning, you have the game, now you need to get the box, now you need to get the manual. So one of the things that I had to get for someone to complete their thing, and it's kind of hard to see, but this is maybe it's same same side. The Metal Gear instruction manual that goes into it. So like showing you everything that's in there. I can't believe this is how manuals used to look back then. It's just like black and white and printed out, right? The next thing that I had to get, so, and I'd like to talk about this for a smidge second, just in case anyone overcharges you. I got this, and I've always wanted to get this. This is Metroid's, Metroid Hunter's first hunt. There you go. It's for the DS. This is like a demo disc, pretty much, and there's I think it's only 1 level on it, but sellers look at this and they see the word Metroid and they try to sell this thing for like $15-20. This is not $15-20. It's $3. So if you ever see this for like over $5, just don't bother. Go find it somewhere else. So I found this, and then Ben said, "Yo, I saw the case for that." And so because he saw the case for that, and this was $1, right?
Yeah.
This was $1. So all together, when you put this stuff together, yeah. $4.50.
He didn't have change, so I was like, all right, whatever.
It's because of the last game that the players could be in. He's asking why the NCAA 2014 is the last one they could make, I believe.
Oh yeah, or else you'd have to pay. You have to pay them and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, piece it all together.
They were basically. Oh, go ahead.
Those are the 2 things that I got to piece things together for a collection.
Yeah, they were basically making money off college students without, not paying them. So they
off their image and likeness.
Yeah. So they said, not anymore. You got to pay us. And then when that happened, they said, okay, never mind. We'll stop this. So next game here, I just met the seller. Very nice guy. My buddy Steve knows him. He had a lot of import games. Very nice guy. And he had this game I've been looking for. Me and my buddy Kyle talked about this, and I saw it. I said I had to pick it up. He had it for $22, and I asked him if he was firm on that price, and he said, "What was I thinking?" And I got a little nervous because I don't want to be disrespectful to people, lowball him. So I said, "Damn it!" But he asked, so I said, "Would you do 15 on it?" He thought about it. He said, "Yeah, I'll do 15." So very nice guy. I don't remember his name, but thanks for hooking this up. I appreciate you. And Fate. I should have talked about the game. So Fate Unlimited Codes, I think that's what it's called. It's basically a fighting game by Capcom. It actually came out on the PSP in America, and as a download. But of course, with digital downloads, they can actually pull them. So the game is probably kind of like lost in time in a way. So the only way to really get it is a physical version right here, unless you download it for the PSP somehow. But I think it's a solid fighting game. It's a lot of fun. If you like the Fate.
Oh, it's a fighting game.
Yeah, it's a fighting game. So hopefully I mentioned that earlier. But yeah, it's a versus fighting game. If you like the Fate Stay Night series, definitely pick this one up. Capcom worked on it. And, this is back when Capcom, wasn't trying to high downloadable characters on disc and everything. And you remember that crap with the Street Fighter Tekken thing? Yeah. But anyways, definitely pick that one up, guys. If you see it, if you're into imports and you have a way of playing them. Next game here is Fist of the North Star for the PlayStation 1. Now I own this game I kind of owned it when I was in Korea. I think I had like a bootleg copy of it, and this is one of the games I played in Korea. This game has full dialogue for all the story parts in the game. Like it's very heavy on story, and the fighting is a lot of fun. So it goes through the whole first season or first series of the Fist of the North Star all the way to the end. And it's really dramatic and good. They did a good job on it. They actually talked about bringing this to America, but of course they didn't want to dub it, so that's why they passed on it. And back then they weren't really doing subtitles really that much for games. So if you like Fist of the North Star, this is pretty much the precursor to Dragon Ball and everything in a way, because I think Fist of the North Star was the one that really started all the fighting stuff, all crazy and everything.
Yeah.
But
remember, Fist of the North Star is a spoof off of Bruce, not a spoof, but it's like inspired by Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, yeah.
Yeah. And then Ryu from Street Fighter is a spin-off of, or not a spin-off, but like inspired by Kenjiro.
You know, I always hated like Ryu always walks around in the gi, dude. Like doesn't wear shoes and stuff. Like, damn, that's nasty, man. Like, ugh.
The fungus.
In the first Street Fighter game, like
Hold on.
he had shoes on.
You know what also disgusts me? Donald Duck doesn't wear pants and walks everywhere. That's that logic. No.
Y'all so silly.
But
Mickey Mouse never wears a shirt. How disgusting is that?
But seriously, think about it, guys. Like in Street Fighter 1, like he had shoes on, but now you think about it, they probably wore off, and he just said, "Hey, I just walk around with my feet."
He got feet of stone, man.
Yeah, he probably got feet of stone. Kick you harder. All right, I'll go next. I'm gonna go 2 real quick. So, like I was saying to you guys, I hunt a lot for people, and what I've been hunting to, and I hope you guys see this. For those of you in South Africa, I'm actually hunting for people in South Africa right now, and these games will go back to South Africa. So, one guy is his name is Robin, super awesome dude. He's super obsessed with, and I probably need to take this out of the pack. Well, can't take it out of the pack.
You just showed it.
I'll just make sure it doesn't show the glare.
Angle it. There you go.
There you go.
Boom.
Biohazard. Reggie, what is Biohazard?
Biohazard is, as we know it in America and other places, Resident Evil.
Yeah, so it's Resident Evil for the Sega Saturn. Good price. I forgot that this came out for the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, and it also has the uncut intro in it. I think that's the version that has the uncut intro in it, which is in color and everything, and it shows like the gore and everything.
Ooh.
And this game also has an exclusive boss in it. Like if you play as Chris, you actually have to fight 2 tyrants, which is pretty creepy. And yeah, it's insane. It's insane. They did a lot of cool things to this version that I wish they had done to the PS1 version, but. Yeah, man, definitely a good pickup.
It's a good, great price. A lot of imports here this year.
Do you still find the first Resident Evil pretty scary, like the mansion and everything? And like all that
No.
stuff? Not anymore?
Mm-mm. What I think, 2, I think is scarier because you're out, like think of like when you start the game.
Mm-hmm.
You're outside of like a bus accident.
Right.
You're out there. When you're in a mansion, it's like you're confined to a space.
Right, so you kind of...
Yeah, in 2, you're trying to survive right off the bat.
Yeah.
And you don't have to kill every zombie that's there. It's like you have to get away from everything. So that's what I think is scary.
Okay.
Nemesis, I think, is very jump scary, but it's still good.
Okay.
It's still good. The next thing that I have that I had to get for someone, to my homie Gerald, that's all the way out there in South Africa, Cape Town, is Metal Gear Solid VR missions. This is one of the things that he needs for his collection. He has a full Metal Gear Solid collection that he's had. So this is all he needs, and that manual that I picked up. So very cool. Also, if you don't remember this, you actually get to play as the ninja in this for a couple missions.
That's the whole point. Yeah, people want to get to play as a ninja.
That was the only reason people went out to get it.
All right. So next up here, these are somewhat upgrades. Here is Star X for the Game Boy Advance. I got this for $10, and my box is beat up, for mine is all jacked up. So I saw this version, and basically the game is like Star Fox. So think of Star Fox if Star Fox was on the Game Boy Advance. This is it right here. I think it's a very solid game, interesting, and it shows you what the Game Boy Advance can do. I mean, seriously, a lot of people don't realize the Game Boy Advance is actually a 32-bit system, and it can handle a lot of crazy games. So there's that one, and also Fisher, and an upgrade here. This is a sealed copy. Oh man, sealed copy too. Steamboat Chronicles for the PSP. This is the only somewhat sequel to the first game, and I love. As you guys know, I love Steamboat Chronicles. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely for the PS2 version, but the spin-off on the PSP is really good too. and a lot of characters come back and are in this one as well. But Steamboat Chronicles.
So let me ask you this. Can you give that thing back again?
Which one?
We were in a panel today, and he said, they asked him, what is your favorite game of all time? To the whole panel. And he said this, Reggie, how many times have you beaten this?
Steamboat Chronicles?
Yeah.
Dang, dude. I think at least like maybe 10, 12 times.
Damn. Is it only on PSP?
Well, that's the PSP version. I
Okay.
played the PS2 version.
That's what I was wondering.
I try to do all the quests and everything, all the side quests, because when you have a favorite game and you're not getting a sequel to it, which I found out, unfortunately, years later, I mean, you do a lot of things in that game kind of to get the most out of it, because you know there's not going to be nothing else afterwards and everything. Mm-hmm. So it's a really fun game, guys. It has some hilarious humor, and that's one of the things that kind of, if a game can make me laugh, then I'm sold just about. But Steamboat Chronicles is pretty much like I would say a sandbox game too, so you can pretty much go anywhere you want and everything. So that's a good thing.
Carts, if you know where the memory cart slot is, there's special carts that you can buy that make your Sega Saturn region free, and that's what you do, right?
Yeah, I have a pseudo Saturn card in there, so you have that in there. You can play anything.
Right. Me, I have mine's modded, of course, with a little switch on top where I just switch where it goes between North American and everything else. So yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm. You want to go for another one? Go for another one.
So I got this game from a good friend, even though he's always yelling, picking on us and cutting in line and all that stuff. I got this from my buddy Steve, man. He's looking out for me. He got me Trauma Center, New Blood.
Oh man.
For the Wii. And he knew I had the other one. And he hooked me up with this one, man. So Steve, man, good looking out, man. I appreciate you.
And that shout out,
You deserve it.
I was gonna say it. Yeah, I was gonna say it. You deserve it.
You deserve it.
You deserve it.
Now you gonna make me show some stuff.
Alright, I'll go next. Okay. Some more stuff that I'm taking to South Africa, and one thing that I'm actually keeping for me.
Game has such a cool commercial. Well, the first one does.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I pick up. A lot of you South African guys, Theater K, if you're watching right now, please do me a favor and wake all those South African guys up and let them know that we're streaming for them right now. It's 9-hour difference. For anyone in the US, it's a 9-hour difference in South Africa. Driver 2 is something I picked up, super awesome and complete. Oops, thank you. Driver 2 is super awesome and picked up. I like this one way more than the first one. Mm-hmm. They started to refine it at this point.
I think it's a better game too. It didn't get the high ratings like the other one did because I think it took so long. Well, it didn't take that long to come out, but nobody liked the part where you get out of the car. Pretty much, they thought that was messed up. So.
Yeah. This is actually one of the top 10 most sold PS1 games.
Really?
Yeah. I forget I think it's like 6. It's either 5 or 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. It's really high up there, and then above that is Driver 1.
Okay.
So that's really cool. That's what I picked up. This was cool. I've always wanted to play this game.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't see me get this one?
I see.
Okay. I'm glad Reggie's happy about something that I picked up. Fear Effect. I've never played this game.
Man.
I've always heard about it. When I was 12, 13 at this time, I'd see promos for it inside magazines. I'm like, what is this? And then I was like, well, it's horror. And I always stayed away from horror games because I get scared really easily. Mm-hmm. And it's time to face my fears at the age of 31. So I'm really excited to play this. I'm going to play this, and then I want to beat it, and then it's going to South Africa.
What price did you pay for it?
I think I paid 10 for it.
Nice, man. It's for this game, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing that I learned. Yeah, all 4 complete discs that are in here. I also know there's a second version. I never knew why this game, the popularity died on it. Because when the first one came out, this was hot.
Well, so the second one came out, it was hot. They were coming out with the third one. They had to cancel it for whatever reason. The company who made it, Kronos.
Was it Eidos? Yeah.
Well, Eidos published it, but they didn't make it. Another company called Kronos made it, and they fell under for some reason. The third game was looking really good, and it just people just stopped caring because they got canceled, and it just fell off for years.
Damn, man.
Square Enix brought it back as a top-down shooter, kind of in a way, like isometric shooter in a way.
Right?
It's called Diablo. It's kind of like that. It's like it's called Fear Effect, something with an S. I can't remember. Somebody in the chat will remember what it's called. And I was interested in getting it just to support them, but if it's not a physical, man, I'm just not gonna bother because I couldn't do it.
Right.
So,
Now this one's going to South Africa too. I'm gonna say this as a massive Tomb Raider fan, and when I mean Tomb Raider fan, I'm talking about the original Tomb Raiders. This to me was like the worst one. Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Too much Reggie, man. Too much for good.
He's all
Tomb
playing out
Raider.
voices now.
Sorry, I got distracted. Tomb Raider Last Revelations. I didn't like this one at all. I've beaten every single Tomb Raider that came out on the PS1. I hated this one with a passion.
Wow.
The reason I hated this one with a passion was the what?
Backtracking.
There's the backtracking. You had to actually backtrack through levels. Then the other thing that I hate about this completely, were the amount of guns that you had. I just came from Tomb Raider 3, because remember, this is pretty much Tomb Raider 4. Tomb Raider 3, I had a rocket launcher, I had an MP5, I had a Desert Eagle. What you have as a sniper weapon is a revolver with a scope on it. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. You had a revolver, a shotgun, I think you had a crossbow, which was absolutely pointless because she has to load and pull it back. Like, dog's already biting at you and you're halfway dead. It is a stupid ass game. And the ending is stupid as shit too. It was so retarded. Because they try to leave you on, hey guys, spoiler alert, 20 some odd years later, okay? They leave you on a cliff. Like, everything's supposed to collapse, and it's like, oh my god, Laura's dead, or you don't know. And it's like so stupid.
Eidos pretty much got they were. I won't say they rushed that one. That was the last. I think that was the last one they did that was good. I actually enjoyed this game, but
what
I did, and take it with a grain of salt because I actually enjoyed an Angel of Darkness at the time when it came out because, well, I was playing every game I got.
Oh, okay.
Like immediately, and I was just so excited Tomb Raider was finally back. But the game, years later, I realized it was broken, and I don't know how the hell I got through that. But I was just a fan of the series, so. I'm
gonna say the only highlight in this game for me, and I'm being very critical about this game because I'm just don't waste your time playing. In my opinion, don't waste your time playing this. But the first 2 levels are awesome because you play as teenage Laura.
That's cool. Yeah.
You're like Laura growing up, so you're learning like the origins and stuff. And like at that time, okay, this is gonna sound super dumb, but I'm like 14 at the time, and Laura's 14 at the time. So like, Weeb X in his mind is like, oh my god, my waifu really does exist. And the truth is like, no, she's digital with like, she's digital with polygon AA tits. So it's like, that's what it is right here. And don't drive the motorcycle. When you drive the motorcycle, the wheels don't turn. It was a rush game.
I think.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking about this. I'm sorry.
Well, that's a couple more things, but I don't remember in that one. But can you go in Laura's mansion, or they stopped that after 3? You go in Laura's mansion.
I don't remember. I don't think you can because being her as the girl was the training. Okay. Going in the mansion was the training and all that stuff.
So so I guess that was the first one that you couldn't go to the house and like go around and everything. So that sucks, but. I actually enjoyed Tomb Raider Revelation. I actually beat it, but it's not a game that you'll pick up and want to play again after beating it. You'll be done.
And you need a strategy guide to play that game. I don't know how you're gonna figure out stuff.
I figured it out, but
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was hardcore back then with the Tomb Raider games. I mean, I beat Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2. I didn't beat 3, man. 3 pissed me off, and I beat that one.
I didn't like 3 either, but I beat it.
And I beat Lara Croft. Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, but I never played Chronicles.
I played Chronicles.
That was bullshit. I already knew it was bullshit. So.
Yeah, Chronicles was bad, but I was the last one, so I was like, I've come this far.
Why not?
I've come this far. Why not? Here was something that I picked up for myself. I've always wanted to play this game. So the only reason I knew about this game, Reggie, is because back in the day you had demo discs. Mm-hmm. I had demo discs. This came out, and then now if you go look for like the U.S. version, this thing's like $80-$90. So I got the Japanese version. It's bust a move.
Nice, man.
Yeah. You don't need to know Japanese for this one. Just straight up.
Just make sure you push the buttons in the sequence and you pull off some cool moves.
Cool dancing game.
Only person I remember is Heat, Shorty, in the mouse.
Heat's right there. Shorty, it's Pinky,
and a couple of them. There's actually a third Busta Group game with it.
There's a third one.
It's called Bust a Move Summit or something like that, but the music is whack, and they cheaped out on it, and they thought they could sell it.
Yeah, and then there's a fourth one called Bustin' Cheeks. and there's Heat, there's Kelly, there's Big Herc, and you unlock the special ending where he tells you real prison stories that'll make the hair on your back stand up and make your mother sucking toes curl. Okay,
God, dude.
that is real. That's real talk.
X has been watching Fresh Out. And he's cracking up. And if you haven't seen Fresh Out, man, definitely, I would say watch the one where he's talking when Big Herc talks about using the bathroom in prison. That was one of the first ones I saw. It's hilarious, and a couple other weird ones he's done. But basically, it's about people in prison. He's talking about life in prison. What you got to do?
He's not talking about life in prison. He's talking about getting raped in prison. And not him, but like other people.
Other people getting in the cheek busting, wig split. You know,
You deserve it.
what else? Because they deserve it. And it's crazy, man.
If I didn't do that joke, if I did not busting cheeks, if I didn't do that joke on this game, it would have been a missed opportunity. So I'm happy about that.
Pokemon my ass.
Pokemon.
Dude, man, the Pokemon that one, I remember that one. So this is gonna be a funny one. My good friend John Houston, he hooked me up with some PAL games. He knows I'm all about the PAL PS2 games, and right now I'm collecting games that are based off TV series and movies. And he hooked me up with Knight Rider Part 1 and Part 2.
Wow.
Now, I'm just going to tell you guys right off the bat, I have not played these games,
see
but
it?
I really don't care if they're bad games. I'm just happy Knight Rider, I got a game on a 6th generation system, and I'm expecting the car to talk to me, the kid to talk. I'm not expecting David Hasselhoff to be voiceover or anything, but I don't care. I just want to drive the car. Because when I was a kid, I used to watch Knight Rider. Knight Rider was so freaking cool, man. And yeah, man, I was like, dude, like, I was just stuck on it. I even remember when the commercials would like when it was about to go to the commercial, and would show the car like driving off into the sunset and everything before the commercial would come on and everything.
Dude, I bet you this game was huge in Germany. I mean, it had to have been huge in Germany.
Yeah.
Hasselhoff is huge in Germany. I don't know why, but yeah, man, it's cool.
Because Baywatch and Baywatch and
Knight Rider, yeah.
They get the
So shout out to my buddy John Houston.
They get them shows late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That look clean, man. Alright, go next. Are you...
I did 2. I'll show off the other ones. I mean, I don't really know too much about these games, so I'll just show them off. So New York Race for the PS2. Find out this is a cool little racing game. I'm gonna check that out. Point Pop Fever. This was on the GameCube and the DS system. If you mostly you've seen it on the DS system, it's probably easier to find. But no, maybe the GameCube. Either one. But I got the PS2 version. And oh man, Die Hard Vendetta. You know, I'm a big Die Hard fan. Except I don't like the 5th movie. I thought the 5th movie was horrible.
When that on PS1?
Vendetta? No, it's on PS2.
No, the trilogy was on PS1.
Oh yeah, 2 of them too. Like the.
Which I love the trilogy. I thought that was good.
And my buddy Kyle was watching. He told me about this game. He said he wanted to get me a copy for cheap, but I found one here for cheap. I got this one for $10, and I got Side Girls.
It's good.
And this game I've always looked at when I was younger, and I never pulled the trigger on it. And I was looking at some gameplay for it now, and it's like, wow, this game still looks good today. So very impressive. I mean, these are the kind of games that Konami probably made. Seems like a good game, but they didn't make a lot of money on it, so they got discouraged and all that stuff. So Konami just
They took a swing and that's it. It almost reminds me of like Rumble Roses.
That game, I like it. I like Roman Roses.
I love Rumble Roses.
I did
and the
it.
second one's really good because you get the tag match in it.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I did trade with my buddy Josh, and I got Hunting Ground, one of my favorite survival horror games of all time. Now, if you have not played Hunting Ground,
I have not played Hunting Ground.
I think originally it was going to be Clock Tower 4, but they kind of changed it up because Clock Tower 3, unfortunately, didn't sell well for Capcom. So when that happens, they'll usually, if they're going to mess with the IP, they'll try to change the name of it or something like that with the same formula.
Reggie, I've been playing Clock Tower 3 since you showed me it at Game On.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with 2 or 1.
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the only
I was
Clock
like, where's
Towers...
Scissor Man?
The only Clock Towers that are sequels to each other are the Super Nintendo one and the PlayStation one, the first PlayStation one. Those are the only sequels. So the other ones are the first one. The first alleged sequel that came out in America was called Ghost Head or Clock Tower 2 Struggle Within. Mm-hmm. That's a side game.
Okay.
So, but they call it Clock Tower 2 for some reason. The third game, Clock Tower 3, but it's like a refresh, it's like a new reboot of the series in the way, I would say. But yeah, I honestly feel like the first 2 Clock Towers are the best games, and so they're actually scary as hell.
Okay.
And but yeah, But this game is really cool because it only loads in the beginning. The game pretty much like streams the whole time. Like the disc is spinning and it doesn't load when you open doors and everything. It's really like a unique game. And the stalkers in this game are actually actively walking around looking for you in this big castle area that you're in. So of course you run into them on timed events and everything, but it's just really creepy and good. And you're playing with a character, a girl. She can't really fight and everything, so she finds this dog. And depending if the dog likes you, he'll help defend you and everything, or you have to run with him to get away from your pursuer. But if you see Hunting Ground out there, I would say definitely pick it up because it's not available to download from PlayStation. They were gonna make it downloadable, and then for some reason it fell through. So I'm not sure what happened there, but it's definitely one of the games you want to get on the PS2 if you like survival horror. And if you see this and this game and Rule of Rose, definitely go with Hunting Ground. It's a better game.
Pricey game, Reggie.
Yeah.
Pricey game. So pricey, I would never understand why someone would need 3.
Oh man, you called me out, dude. That's my third copy. Damn.
There you go. All right. All right. I'm gonna go next. Oh man, I'm gonna go 2. Do you have left or?
I think I'm pretty much done for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take it slow because
Close us out.
someone's hoping to see these. Along with Ben, I think Ben and I went to the exact same place, and this is what kind of came up is Game Boy Powers. I'm sorry, Game Boy Powers. Nintendo Powers for $5. So I am a massive Metroid fan, and I was just happy to get this one because this is Super Metroid. Man, it is so dope to just look in these things. There we go. You see Ridley and Creed and a whole map and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, like the whole thing for Super Metroid.
Does
Pretty
Ridley
sick.
actually talk or?
No. It's an alien. He's just a big alien. But I was happy to get this because I have 2 copies of this in my display, and this one is like when I can actually go through. It's already beat up. $5, totally worth it. The next thing I got is something I've never seen before,
Gradius?
which is this.
that?
I
damn it, did you
got
watch the stream?
season. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Man, I'm trying to hold it like the right
is
way.
this?
Okay.
It's a shoot 'em up
This
game.
is
I like
Zelda
Gradius.
Oracle
No,
of
this one's like
Ages and
Gradius.
Oracle
Is
of
this,
Seasons. And here's what I mean.
This is one
The
of the Gradius.
front is
Okay, that's why I was
Okay.
the front is Oracle of Ages,
Nemesis?
and when you flip it around, it's up and upside down is Oracle of Seasons. So it's both games in a strategy guide. And so as you go through it, and I'm trying
This
to do
box
this
is
for
beautiful, dude. This whole game?
you. As you go through it, it's straight.
This whole game?
When you're done,
beautiful game.
and you
Wow.
start
I know,
the
You saw it right there.
you start the Oracle of Ages, boom, it flips the other way. So these are 2 Zelda games that I have not beaten yet, but I plan on doing it probably in December. So going through them, and it's on the Game Boy Color, so it's cool. Like I finally have a strategy guide for this. I've never seen this before. This was also $5.
You deserve it.
Thank you. I got. Reggie's gonna have to tell us a little bit about this. This is bullshit Shockman for the Super Nintendo. And this and how tell us about this, Reggie.
Hey John, what did the BS stand for in those games, those satellite systems for that system for NES or Super Nintendo? Broad satellite. And,
Ball sack.
So basically, this system was ahead of its time, and you were able to download games into the hard drive of that system. But the gimmick of it was it would only happen at certain times of the day, and you had to download it at a certain time, or else you didn't get it. So what they did was they took the information that people had when they downloaded the game, put it all into one game, and I had a guy make it into a cart for me, and he even made a box with it, like a little bit of the information about the game on the back and everything. And this was back in 2013. I made this and everything. Well, I had this made, so really pumped up about it and everything. And it's a really cool platform beat 'em up game, I would say. A lot of fun. Definitely something that someone would want to have in their collection, but I stopped playing it over the years, so I wanted to give you the X. I figured you would play it.
Thank you. And it's co-op, right?
Yeah, it's co-op. Yep.
So is it a co-op beat 'em up? Is it a co-op platformer?
Co-op platformer / beat 'em up.
It's cool.
You'll like
It's
it.
characters from the PC Engine lineup. Oh, cool. So it's like TurboGrafx on the SNES.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? The style of the game is a weird blend of Mega Man game crossed with the style of Gunstar Heroes.
Oh, there you go. Even
I'm
better.
sold. I'm sold. Cool. This is getting played like the second I get home. So Reggie, then kind of okay. So here's what happens at these cons, right? Reggie and I go hunting together, and Reggie does this. I'm gonna do you. Right?
Hey, Brett.
I'm gonna do you. Reggie says, "Hey X, can I make a recommendation?" And then I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "Are you actually gonna listen?" And I listen, but what happens 100% of the time is I never buy the game that Reggie wants because Reggie has a different style, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this was the first time a miracle happened, and I listened to Reggie and I bought a game. Tell us about Obscured: The Aftermath.
So Obscure is a survival horror game. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil Outbreak series because there's multiple players on the screen. It's 2-player survival horror game. If you ever seen the movie The Faculty, it's like if The Faculty was a video game, pretty much. The first game is about high school students that are trying to find their missing friends that are coming up missing, and they find out a secret about the school, like an underground laboratory and all this stuff. This one is it has the same characters in it, most of them, but they're in their college now, and still some kind of outbreaks going on, and it's just a really cool series. Unfortunately, I think they were gonna make a third one, but it got shelved or whatever. But definitely the first 2 games are really good. So.
It says here that it's co-op mode and a second player can join at any time.
Anytime,
which
yeah.
I think that's
so
cool.
if you get tired, if your friend says, I'm done playing, he could get out and the AI will take over. So that's drop in and out co-op, which is great. And which a lot of, games did it, but like not like a survival horror game. That's
there's 6
cool.
characters that you could play with.
Yeah, some from the first game returning, so it's kind of cool.
When he told me this was co-op, I don't remember a lot of horror games that were co-op at all whatsoever, with the exception of Resident Evil. What is it? Resident Evil Survivor? The one that you were talking about? Those for the PS2?
That's cool. Oh, Outbreak.
Outbreak.
Co-op online.
Co-op online. So I picked that one up. That's really good. And so here is when all of you in the comments can crap on me right now over this. I went video game hunting for my girlfriend. So I'm going to explain the things that I have.
No, I'm looking at Zach's comment.
What was Zach saying?
More gems.
More gemmies.
More gemmies.
More gamies. There we go. Guys, I think everyone should have this in their collection. Goof Troop. Capcom's on this one, right? Yeah. Goof Troop. 2-player Zelda Link's Awakening, pretty much. It's the best way to describe it. Puzzles. It's fun. It's great. You need co-op and teamwork to really get through this game. It's for the SNES. So it's something that's going to be going into our collection, something that we're going to be playing next week when she comes. After that, here's a game that I don't know why, but it's starting to go up in price. And it's starting to become very hard to find. I hope you guys can see it. It's Link's Minish... No. It's Zelda's Minish Cap, not Link's Minish Cap. Zelda Minish Cap. Bought this, not for her, but... I bought something else that's very similar to this. This is actually for one of my interns. He's a big fan of Radical Reggie and the Metal Jesus crew, and I told him I was going to Prge, and he's 17 years old. He's just a little kid, and I was like, he's big into Zelda. Every day when he comes, Zelda hat, Zelda shoes,
really?
Zelda socks. He has like a Zelda wallet with a wallet, like the wallet chains. That's Zelda on it. It has a Triforce on it. So he said this is the only one he doesn't have. So I picked up something for him. Pick up something for your friends. She likes pink. I got her a pink Wii remote. This is I think this actually comes with the pink Wii in total. Cool thing is that this was in like the garbage bin or the bargain bin. And somewhere else, so if you guys see this sells at vendors here for like $30 to $40. They just happen to have it in there. I pulled it out and it's there. So her pink kit. Next thing is she is big into the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color, and she loves Tetris, and both of us do, so we play it together. So you have to have a link cable so we can like battle each other, right? So I got her a pink cable.
Nice, dude.
It says 5, and he had it in a box that said "Make a bargain." So I held it like this, and I said, "Yo," how much do you want for this? And he's like, "I don't know, make me an offer." And I was like, "You want like $1 for it?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take $1." And I was like, "Cool." And I set it down, and it's like looking right at him as I give him $1, and I'm like, "Thanks, I'll see you later." So it's like, I think it's just a trash box, so he's just trying to get it away. And this is the last thing that I have. This is very, very, very unique. I've never seen this before. I've seen the controller before, and I've seen the console before. If you guys know the pink Millennium, it's to 2000 Millennium pink Dreamcast has a Dreamcast controller. Well, I didn't have. What are these called again? VMUs, FMUs, something.
VMU.
VMU. It's pink, and it doesn't say Dreamcast. I know it's a little rubbed off, but it's actually supposed to say Teamcast. And it came with this lanyard that was pink, which says Teamcast as well. So I know she's gonna love this. What I hope I can do, which you guys have probably seen on YouTube, is people modify the screen and then put a ROM chip in there, and you can actually play on this. What I would like to do is get her into Sega Dreamcast because she's never seen a Sega Dreamcast before, and I would love to play Power Stone with her. So Part 2. That's the one to get. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all my pickups.
Yeah, and we still got another day to go to the event and pick up more. This is the last days tomorrow, so the event was really packed and it was so packed that I